take a look at a tool that's so much more than just a document. It's really a guide for personal transformation. This is the Flying Wings Growth Plan, and it's a framework designed to help students, especially young Afghan girls, really take control of their own futures. Transforming crises into opportunities. This phrase right here, it gets right to the heart of what the Flying Wings organization is all about. Their entire mission is to turn really challenging circumstances into pathways for success. And this tool, well, this is exactly how they bring that mission to life. So we're going to walk through their student self-assessment tool together. The best way to think about it is like a personal roadmap. A guide that helps a student figure out exactly where they are right now, where they want to go, and the specific steps to get there. Okay, so any big journey always starts with that first step, right? And here, it's all about honest self-assessment. Because let's face it, before you can build anything new, you have to know the ground you're standing on. This is the foundation for everything else to come.
What's really brilliant about this tool is how simple it is. It all comes down to a clear 5-point scale. 1 means you're a total novice, and a 5 means you're so advanced you could probably teach it to someone else. It's just a really straightforward, no judgment way to take stock of your abilities.
The assessment kicks off with the fundamentals. The first category is academics, and it covers all the core subjects you'd expect: math, biology, computer skills, English. These are the essential building blocks for pretty much any kind of higher learning or career path.
But it's not just about what's in your head. It's about how you work with other people. That brings us to the second category, which is all about leadership skills. This is where things like communication, teamwork, and critical thinking come in. Skills that are absolutely crucial for success, no matter what you do.
And finally, the third category zeroes in on what they call 21st century skills. Basically, the tools you need to navigate the modern world. We're talking about everything from digital literacy and adaptability to emotional and even financial intelligence. These are the practical skills that get you ready for the challenges of right now.
So you've gone through and rated yourself in all these different areas. Now what? Well, this is where the tool shifts from just assessment to actual analysis. It's time to sort through those numbers to get a much clearer picture of your own unique profile.
The process couldn't be simpler. You just make 2 columns. Any skill you rated from 3 to 5 goes in the strengths column. Anything below a 3 is just an area for improvement. And just like that, you have this clear, honest inventory of your abilities. You can see what to lean into and what needs a little more focus.
And this leads to a really critical question that the tool itself asks you. See, it's not just about listing your strengths. The real magic happens when you start thinking, okay, how can I use these strengths to actually get me closer to my goals? This is where that reflection starts turning into a real strategy.
Once you have that self-knowledge, you're ready for the next big phase, setting your goals. This is the moment you start to actively chart the course for your own future, using that self-assessment as your guide, your compass.
Now, the next step is so important, and it all boils down to this number, 3. The tool asks students to pick just 3 major goals they want to achieve by 2025. And you might be asking, why only 3? Well, it's because that sharpens your focus, it prevents you from feeling overwhelmed, and it makes real, meaningful progress actually feel possible.
And from there, the process is just beautifully simple. You write down your most important goal, then your second, and then your third. It's a structured approach that really forces you to prioritize what truly matters to you right now.
Let's be real. A goal without a plan is just a wish. And this is where the tool gets super practical. The very next section is all about building an action plan that turns those big dreams into small, concrete, manageable steps.
The structure here is everything. For each of your goals, you identify the skill you need to improve, the specific action steps you're going to take, what resources you'll need, and a timeline. This is how you break down a massive ambition into a simple week-by-week plan.
But of course, a plan doesn't do any good if you don't check in on it. So the tool gives you these practical tips for monitoring your progress. Check in every month or quarter, be honest about what's working, and, this is a big one, talk it over with a mentor or teacher to get feedback and stay accountable. And that brings us to maybe the most important question in the whole process. Because this isn't about being perfect, it's about learning and adapting. By constantly asking, okay, what worked and what didn't, you give yourself the power to tweak your plan to make it smarter and more effective as you go. All right, now we get to the final part of the journey, and it might just be the most human part, staying motivated. Having a plan is one thing, but sticking with it when life gets in the way, that's a whole other challenge. And the tool offers some fantastic real-world strategies for this. Celebrate the small wins along the way.
Track your progress so you can see how far you've come. Build a support system of friends and mentors. And maybe the most important one, always revisit your why, that deep reason you set these goals in the first place.
I absolutely love this little detail. The tool actually encourages you to write your own personal motivational phrase. Just a short, powerful statement you can go back to whenever you need a little boost. It's all about making that drive your own.
And that brings us right back to where we started, full circle, to that mission. Every single part of this tool, the assessment, the goals, the action plan, the motivation, it all serves this one powerful idea, transforming crisis into opportunity. It's about empowering every single student to be the architect of her own success.
Which kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? This tool was designed for a specific group of students facing incredible challenges, but the principles behind it are universal. It really makes you wonder, what could we all achieve if every single one of us had a clear and empowering map for our own potential?